Hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight? I know it's late. I had a lot going on, and I'm just getting home, so I didn't get to go live earlier. But I'm here because I love y'all. Y'all know it. I love y'all so much. I can't go a day without you. What would I do without my babies? I have to see y'all. I love all you beautiful kings and queens. Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie, and we got a lot to talk about, y'all. We got some new updates on Donald Trump. What they're trying to do, even with his ballroom, etc. The lies they pulling together for why SNAP and everything is going to be taken away, and how they keep blaming the Democrats when the Democrats they don't have the Senate, they don't have Congress, nor the White House. There's no way you can blame it on the Democrats. Yeah. There's no way. It's a lie. Hello, King Allen. Let me do that right now. Okay, baby? I'm going to do it now. Okay, I done it, Alan. Can you hear me, baby? Hello, King LaSwan. Alan, let me know you can hear me, my love. I just did. I changed it for you. Thank you. Welcome back to being a Ruby's member. Thank you so much, King Alan. But y'all, the Republic in our face as if we're not smart enough. And you don't have to be a college grad or nothing. You can have a GED and know better than what the Republicans are trying to give us. They just keep lying and lying, and it's their fault that the government is shut down. And it's just so sad that SNAP benefits are tied into the Epstein file situation. They won't come in because they so afraid of them getting the 218 vote so they can release the Epstein files. That affects the food stamps for the American people. But they sure made sure Donnie made sure that Israel get their free health care and free everything. But America has to pay for it all. We paying for other countries' benefits while we suffer. That should not be the America way. That is making Israel great. Yeah. Donnie got some mess with him, and I'm about tired of him real bad, y'all. Eyes tired now. Alan said, I got my okay, baby. Yeah, I remember you was telling me that, love. Okay. But we're gonna be good over here because Alan know he be taking care of me. And I don't want him disrespected in my chat because sometimes, Alan, I think they talking about you and they may not be talking about you. I be getting mad. Welcome to my live, everybody. I am Queen Lillie. Hit that like button as you are coming in. Please hit that like button for me. Let's go over some things. If you'd like to donate to my channel and show me love and support, you can send me super chats and super stickers. Also, my Venmo is in my description and my PayPal link is in my description. Yes. And those that are watching on replay, you can send me thank yous. You know, it's got the thank you thing with the $sign on it. Just click that and send me some love because I sure need it, y'all. I need love. Like LL Cool J says, I need love. I try to give y'all as much love as you need. So when you come over here to watch my channel, I'm your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin. I'm your family. I love y'all. We're going to give it real bad. You ain't getting out of that one. So who in my chat? I'm going to go ahead and let people know I love them. King LaSwan, I love you. King Allen, I love you. And everybody else that's coming in, the people in the bushes, I love you. Let's spread love and good cheer and be good neighbors to one another. Be a good steward unto God. Let's do that. Now, if you come for my neck, I'm going to put my foot across your neck. And I'm going to throw my shade too. But I don't want to do that. I want to love on you because I love y'all. Come on now. Let's be good children of God. Let's be good stewards of the Lord, okay? So we're going to go ahead and be getting started because this beautiful young lady, she's going to discuss the mass blackout that's coming up. So I may play this again because other people be coming in later because this is an important message for all of us, okay? We have to take back our country and we have to let those billionaires know they're not going to run us and keep getting our dollar bill. Okay, hold on. Just a moment, everybody.
November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no signs necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence. Because we've marched, we've begged, most of us voted the right way. And now we're just going to sit back and test the one thing this country truly worships: money. See, this isn't the first time we've tried this, right? Economic boycotts have always been the heartbeat of real change, from Montgomery to Operation Breadbasket. When the buses lost money, segregation fell. When companies realized ignoring Black consumers meant losing profit, they started hiring, promoting, and pandering. History has already shown us that pulling our dollars hits harder than any speech, any march, any protest ever could. The timing isn't random. Black Friday is the biggest spending weekend in America. Billions get poured into corporations that barely reinvest in the communities that made them rich in the first place. So from November 25th to December 2nd, the goal is simple, okay? Buy nothing that doesn't circulate back into us. You hear me? Support small, support local, support Black. Because when we withhold our dollars, we remind this country that we're not just consumers. We are the economy. So yeah, the mass blackout isn't about canceling Christmas or skipping joy. It's about shifting power and realizing that every dollar that we spend is a vote for the world that we live in. They've ignored our voices. They've ignored our pain. Let's see if they ignore our absence. We're not asking anymore. We are shutting this shit down. Okay? No spending. If you do need something, make sure you go to farmers market, support small businesses. There's a ton of places that you can go to make sure you support the right people, not corporations. We are done. We're done.
We are done, America. Who gonna run this town tonight? American people, we're gonna run this town tonight. We are done. We done with Donnie and his billionaires taking our money. We have showed y'all what we could do with Target. All of us, American people. We showed Target. And Target has lost billions of dollars because we put our foot across their neck and we haven't taken our foot off of Target's neck yet. And I used to love to go to Target. It really hurt me not to go to Target. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because I like to go to Target. It's close to me. Hey, and it hurt me real bad, but I had to do what's right to help our country be a better country. Yes. Hit that like button as y'all are coming in for me. Welcome to my live. I am Queen Lillie, and you all are welcome here. And I love every last one of you. I love you even if you don't like me. I love you. Get used to it. But anyway, we're gonna continue, okay? So let's listen to our girls at iHelp. I love them. These two women are powerful. They put out such a great message, and they tell dumpy pants up every day, and I'm loving it. Hold on, I got something for you.
Kanks, you know who I'm talking about. Kankles McTaco Tits, the dementia-ridden, convicted felon, piece of shit president that we can only refer to as Kanks. And so here's what he said about AOC on Air Force One. Play the clip.
They have AOC's low IQ. You give her an IQ test, have her pass like the exams that I decided to take when I was at Walter Reed. It was a very hard, they're really aptitude tests, I guess, in a certain way, but they're cognitive tests. Let AOC go against Trump. Let Jasmine go against Trump. I don't think Jasmine, the first couple of questions are easy: a tiger, an elephant, a giraffe, you know. When you get up to about 5 or 6, and then when you get up to 10 and 20 and 25, they couldn't come close to answering any of those questions.
I say AOC and Jasmine should say, let's do it. Let's take the dementia test, Grandma. Let's do it, sis. Let's see how everybody does. Let's do it live on TV. Because you know what he'll do? He'll tuck his tail between his legs and he'll run and hide in his Marie Antoinette Oval Office, and he'll never fucking do it. And the fact that he keeps talking about his cognitive tests tells you everything you need to know. He's failed them.
I love these ladies. I love them.
All right.
Everything I show is fair use, great for entertainment purposes, great for educational purposes, and great research. And what are we doing, my beautiful people? We're doing research. Okay, all right, all right, all right. And I always throw a little comedy in there. So sit down, enjoy the show, and enjoy this ride of life under Trump. Because right now, Donald Trump is trying to take our country straight to hell, but we're not going there. We're not going. We're going to get rid of him. If we don't get rid of him, God is going to get rid of him. Trust me. He's 79 and sickly in the mind and the body. He got cankles. Okay? So Marjorie Taylor Greene is telling it all, and I'm gonna let y'all listen because Marjorie Taylor Greene is exposing Donald Trump and her MAGA Republicans. She's taking it. Oh, she's giving it to him real good, honey.
All right, breaking news. Marjorie Taylor Greene just essentially played Donald Trump's hand for him. She exposed a private conversation she had with Speaker of the House Mike Johnson in which
Thank
he
you,
revealed
Alan.
that he has no replacement for the Affordable Care Act, no next step after this government shutdown. She directly calls out Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, the Republican Party, and by extension, Donald Trump in this post. And honestly, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been on one over the past few weeks in a good way. She's telling the truth of the effects of this government shutdown and what would happen if we don't extend these subsidies. She said even her kids would see their health care, their premiums double, legitimately double. She posted screenshots of this about a month back, and now we're 28 days into the government shutdown. Happy 28 days to anyone who celebrates. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is essentially blowing up the Republicans' entire plan because they're saying Democrats only want health care for illegal immigrants, and that Republicans are actually the ones who have a replacement plan for Obamacare, but it's right there. It's a few weeks away. Now, anybody who's been paying attention over the past 10 years knows that it's become increasingly obvious Donald Trump has no replacement plan. The Republicans as a party definitely don't have a replacement plan, and nobody around Donald Trump has a replacement plan that will benefit the people who actually need it. Any sort of replacement plan will only benefit the richest of the rich. But let's just start right here with Jake Sherman. He said on the House Republican conference call, Marjorie Taylor Greene just said that she is tired of people listening to the White House political staff. Marjorie Taylor Greene said that Thune, who is the Senate Majority Leader, needs to use the nuclear option and reopen the government. In other words, abolish the filibuster and pass a funding bill. Marjorie Taylor Greene then adds on that and says, "You left out that I said I have no respect for the House not being in session passing our bills and the president's executive orders. And I demanded to know from Speaker Johnson what the Republican plan for health care is to build the off-ramp of Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act tax credits to make health insurance affordable for Americans." Johnson said he's got ideas, concepts, and pages of policy ideas, and committees of jurisdiction are working on it, but he refused to give one policy proposal to our GOP conference on our own conference call. Apparently, I have to go into the SCIF to find out the Republican health care plan. She has to go into the secure facility in order to find out whatever this non-existent plan is. Marjorie Taylor Greene is playing the hand right here. Now, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson then did a press conference early this morning as this was all happening, and it went downhill from there. He lies even further, just as he does every single time he steps in front of a camera. But the entire Republican claim is that they have a replacement right when the government opens. By the way, they have complete power right now. Yes, we need 60 votes to reopen the government. But if you have 53 Republicans in the Senate signed on, and you can't get 7 moderate Democrats, then I'm sorry, you are the problem. The people in power are the problem. So many Democrats in the Senate are very moderate. This is something that we complain about, something we talk about on the show. A lot of these Senate Democrats are quite moderate. They're just centrists. They have every incentive to help the Republican Party, except they don't. They don't with this government shutdown because the Republican Party is in the wrong. Now, by the way, there is a big difference between Senate Democrats and Senate Republicans. I'm not trying to blur the lines here. I'm just saying that a lot of them are more center left and would be down to play ball. It's the Republicans who very clearly don't want to play ball. Watch Speaker of the House Mike Johnson complaining that he looks so, people say he looks so tired on TV. Just watch. Poor little him.
And here in Washington, the work has gone on in earnest as well. People keep commenting to me, "You look so tired on TV." I am so tired because we're not sleeping a lot. We're working overtime.
Watch he lie, y'all.
Here in Washington,
Listen.
Our House committees have continued to conference together and do all the work we can to ensure legislation is ready for the floor for action.
It's funny, someone posted in the replies, Mike Johnson last week, the Republican Party controls the White House, the Senate, and the House. Mike Johnson now, Democrats keep saying Republicans are in charge of the government. We aren't. Then a few days later, he's like, man, we're so tired from doing all this work. Like, okay, so you're in charge, but you're not in charge, but you're tired of, doing so much work, implying that you're in charge. Here was Mike Johnson just a few days back saying Republicans aren't even in power.
The Democrats are required to open the government. They keep saying Republicans are in charge of government. We aren't, not in the Senate. 60 votes control the Senate, not a bare majority. And so point number one, Democrat votes are required to open the government.
How bad are you at your job that you can't get 7 moderate Democrats to sign on? Here's Marjorie Taylor Greene on Tim Dillon's show roughly a week ago talking about
prices have not come down at all.
The job market is
still extremely difficult. Wages have not gone up. Health insurance premiums are going to go up. Car insurance goes up every year. People's homeowners insurance goes up.
Yep.
Rent is going up.
Yep.
Young people have no hope of buying a home. And then when they try to buy a home, they end up, like I said, competing with like Blackstone or somebody else.
The average home buyer now is 38 years old. It just came out.
Right.
The average home buyer, 38.
On the flip side, baby boomers can't sell their homes.
Right.
They pay massive capital gains taxes. They don't know, like, well, what do I move to? How do I downsize? I can't replace what I have.
Right.
So there are problems on both ends. Some of my own personal family members, some of my own personal friends, they're getting by month to month, charging up their credit cards.
Marjorie is the only Republican, I never thought I'd say this, but Marjorie is one of the only Republicans who's kind of just dropping the facade and saying, people are struggling a lot right now. She said she demanded to know from Speaker Johnson what the Republican plan is, what the off-ramp is, and they had nothing. This is an especially
Marjorie Taylor Greene right now, yeah, I'm liking her. And I'm not a big fan of her, but I'm being honest. I'm not going to come here and lie to y'all. Y'all know I am. I'm very honest with you. I'm liking her. She's being honest. And that means so much to me that she's been honest. Sometimes I sit back and I think when I saw her on American Idol, that's who she really is. Somebody rocking, knocking, no boots. She was singing Jodeci. So I know she don't hopped on some black eggplant, in my opinion. Marjorie Taylor Greene is a lot much more liberal than she wants to admit. She has Republican values, but she's not conservative by far. None of them are conservative. I don't understand why they say they're conservative, because nothing that they do is conservative. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is the only one in the Republican Party that's willing to be honest at this point. And I appreciate that from her. The state of Georgia appreciates that. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm just surprised by her. She's surprising me every day. She is. Hello, 93S94. How you doing? Don't drop your crown. I love you. Kingless One, I love you. Francisco Martinez, I love you. Victor, I love you. Lolly, I love you. And all the rest of you in my chat, I love you. So if I didn't say your name, please forgive me. I'm going to move along. One moment, please. So we're going to take a listen to this, and you can state your own opinion about what this man is saying, okay?
Just fucked up. Hi, guys, I'm Fox. Let me tell you how this is happening. Donald Trump is now suing the New York Times for $15 billion. In the suit, he claims himself as an individual. So he is actually doing this outside of his executive power, which means he can be called into discovery. So New York Times can put him under oath, ask him any questions that they want about the island, about the book, about the administration, whatever, and he cannot claim presidential immunity because he started the fucking lawsuit. New York Times, you better fucking get on this. Trump just fucked up. Hi, guys, I'm Fox. Let me tell you how this...
Well, baby, he been effing up, and I'm so glad that he did it in his own name, because then he can't use his immunity. So that's going to help out with the Jeffrey Epstein situation, too. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. I want them to release the Epstein files. And it's a shame that the leader of this world, or the country, not the world, Lord Jesus, he is not a king. The leader of this country is refusing to have his MAGA Republican Party release those Epstein files. So what, y'all gonna stay out of Congress for a while? What you gonna do, hide even more? You MAGA Republicans, you're the worst party ever right now. It's an embarrassment to this country. So a little bit more on the Epstein situation, okay? Take a listen, and this is from Tommy G.
Now, you might be wondering who some of the shadowy figures leaving Epstein's house masked up are. Well, that's none other than former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak. What was he doing there?
We have recent email leaks from Ehud Barak that is his entire email inbox from almost a year's worth of time, and they communicated almost every day, often multiple times a day, direct contact about basically everything that they were doing. He also visited him frequently, and there's a whole year of time where Ehud Barak's known visits to Epstein were monthly on a schedule. Most people were visiting Epstein in what seemed like a leisure sense, but Ehud Barak was visiting him on a regular schedule. And he was also sneaking in and out of Epstein's mansion in disguise. Jeffrey Epstein referred not just Ehud Barak, but also Benjamin Netanyahu to JP Morgan. That's the current Prime Minister of Israel. Why is a random lone referring the current Prime Minister of Israel to JP Morgan?
Allegedly.
Oh, that's very well proven.
I'm scared of getting sued.
Yeah.
Well. Epstein and Israel connections. Oh, you know, they said that Epstein is actually alive in Israel. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. But he does have Israeli ties. Yeah. Nothing that surprised me about these mediocre white men that's in high positions. They didn't get there because of their intelligence or their education. No. They got there because of their white skin. Yeah. Okay. You can hate me for what I say, but you can hate me never. Don't stop. I love you anyway. I love you. So let's take a listen to the one that Mike Johnson just will not swear in. Yes, a Democrat.
Republicans would rather protect pedophiles and stay on vacation than do their jobs. My name is Adelita Grijalva, and I won my election to represent Arizona CD7 over 3 weeks ago. Here's the thing. I still haven't been sworn in. I promised to be the 218th vote needed to get justice for the Epstein victims and release the Epstein files. But Republicans are still MIA. So I've got just 2 questions for Speaker Johnson. 1, what are you hiding? And 2, what are you scared of? Republicans would rather protect pedophiles and stay on vacation than do their jobs. My name is Adelita Grijalva, and I won my election to represent Arizona.
Adelita deserved to be sworn in, and we need that. That one extra vote to make it 218. Mike Johnson is scared because it makes me wonder, is he in the Epstein files? Not just Donnie Boy, because we know Donnie Boy and a couple more of his Republican people in this Republican MAGA party are in the Epstein files. Some nasty old men want to touch younger women. No, young girls. Those are teens. And when Donnie was on Howard Stern's show, he said, no younger than 12. I played that video for y'all. Donnie can't be trusted in any form. He's a nasty boy. All you nasty boys in the Epstein files. So the new court filing shows ICE agents pointed a pow at a veteran and said, bang, bang, you're a liberal. ICE is dangerous. I don't have any other way to put it. They're putting the American people in such danger. Hold on.
New court filing is horrifying. It alleges that Trump's ICE agents pointed a firearm at a U.S. citizen who is a veteran and said, bang, bang, you're unalived, liberal. This combat veteran was standing lawfully on the side of the road, not doing anything wrong, and he wasn't the only one who was attacked. Take a look at this. At the top is the case number. If you want to check this out for yourself, you can take a screenshot of this image right here and then copy that entire part in blue and then paste it into Google. But it says one federal officer who was not wearing a body camera or any obvious visible identification hit the declarant in the neck 5 feet away with a pepper ball. Below are the screenshots of the moment before and after he was fired upon. He now has a large, painful welt on his neck and is now fearful about continuing to show up and protest the conduct of federal officers in his city. As agents were driving away, they pointed a pepper ball firearm and a real firearm at a combat veteran who was lawfully standing on the side of the road voicing his opposition. The agent who was pointing a real firearm at him said, bang, bang, you're unalived, liberal. When the government government's agents start targeting citizens based on their ideology, democracy itself is under attack. The worst part about all of this is the silence from our leadership. No accountability, no statements, no disciplinary action. This has nothing to do with national security anymore. It's about silencing dissent. They want to send a message to the American people. If you speak out, we will make an example out of you. This new court filing is horrifying. It alleges that Trump's ICE agents pointed a firearm at a U.S. citizen who is a veteran and said, "Bang, bang, you're unalive, liberal." This combat veteran was standing lawfully on the side of the road, not doing anything wrong, and he wasn't the only one who was attacked. Take a look at this. At the top is the case number. If you want to check this out for yourself, you can take a screenshot of this image right here and then copy that entire part in blue and then paste it into Google. But it says one federal officer who was not wearing a body camera or any obvious visible identification hit the declarant in the neck 5 feet away with a pepper ball. Below are the screenshots of the moment before and after he was fired upon. He now has a large, painful welt on his neck and is now fearful about continuing to
It's
show
getting
up
out of hand. Ever since Donald Trump appointed those people to be bullies over the black and brown people, and now they're even talking to you white people. You ain't safe anymore, okay? That white skin ain't helping you, but you know what? I love you anyway, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. They targeting you now too, because black and brown people are trying to pretty much stay out the way. We ain't outside like that anymore. So they got to get somebody because they got to quote them to meet. Donnie Boy said it has to get a certain amount of people. So now they're going after y'all because y'all happily walking around outside thinking that they're not going to get you. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. They're after everybody right now. It's only about that dollar bill for them. They don't care if they got to arrest their loved ones, in my opinion. I think they will. Thank you so much. You said, because, let's see. I was trying to read it, what it said. Because, okay, thank you so much. I didn't get to catch it. I am so sorry. Because you can. Thank you so much. I'm trying to see who sent it. It won't let me see who sent it. Thank you so much. Oh, so the person that sent it is because you can. Thank you because you can. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. But yeah, it's just not right that ICE can just go and they bullying people. Somebody on the sidewalk, they're gonna harass them, take them in because that's money they get paid for taking people in. And nobody has to do anything. They won't let you show your identification to show you are a U.S. citizen. And if somebody visiting from another country, that's not fair. They just come here to visit their loved ones and they're targeted. That's not right. It's just not. But we're going to continue. I love y'all. How y'all doing in my chat? Hello, all the people that just coming in. I love you. Thank you for coming to my live. So let's take a listen to this, okay? The GOP's cruel false choice, food or health care. Right now, you can't even, neither one of them at this point. But I'm going to let you listen to two different content creators. But we're going to take a listen to Is Matt first.
2 million Americans are set to lose their food assistance benefits this week, and it's crazy to watch the media try to both sides this crisis by saying that Republicans are to blame, but Democrats could just as easily cave to end the shutdown. It's such a false choice. First of all, there's $5 billion available to keep the SNAP program running, but Donald Trump has asked the USDA, which runs SNAP,
you, Chris
not to
Hill.
approve it. Never mind the fact that last month the USDA said that keeping SNAP running during the shutdown was an imperative for them, only to remove that policy a couple weeks later because Donald Trump asked them to. And then you have all these Republicans going out and acting like they're heartbroken about the fact that people are going to lose their food assistance this week. Let's not forget about the fact that Republicans cut $200 billion in SNAP funding in the Big Beautiful Bill. And look, during the last Trump shutdown in 2018 and 2019, the administration still kept the SNAP program running. So this whole false story that they've got their hands are tied and there's nothing they can do is bullshit. They could feed families. They just decided that these families aren't important enough. 42 million Americans are set to lose their food assistance benefits this week, and it's crazy to watch the media try to both sides this crisis by saying that
it's really sad that the MAGA Republicans are so disconnected from reality. And that's scary. We should take in consideration that everybody don't have choices they can just make. They just don't. Their reality is they need their benefits. They need their health care. They need their SNAP. Thanksgiving is coming. And they were looking forward to giving their young children a great meal. Christmas is coming in December. They're looking forward to having a great Christmas dinner, because while we in such darkness under Trump, we need that light of sitting down with the loved ones, having an amazing, great meal. And what the Republicans do, they snatch that happiness from the American people. But they made sure Israel have food, Argentina have food. Yeah. Make America great, okay? So again, MAGA, you really think Donald Trump has made America great? He has shamed America. One moment, please.
SNAP is 1.5% of the federal budget. It costs the federal government about $8.4 billion per month. But while you might not have food on your table, they sent $40 billion to back the new president of Argentina. Trump publicly threatened to withhold these funds if the country did not re-elect the party responsible for its economic crisis. You heard it right the first time. And then they said that they're going to start importing more beef from Argentina, putting American farmers and ranchers at risk. It's so interesting to see them win in Argentina after failing in Brazil. Not too long ago, Trump won in Bolsonaro, the man who wouldn't leave office after losing the presidential election, the one who the Brazil Supreme Court just gave a 27-year sentence to for attempting a coup. Trump wanted him to walk free. Must be because their kids hang out together, you know? And because he's going to prison, the U.S. had already slapped a 50% tariff on Brazil. Now all of a sudden we're best friends with Argentina? Maybe it's because Nazis moved there after the Holocaust. Keep it in the family. Guess what else? While the U.S. military is not getting paid, Qatar is building a new Air Force facility in Idaho. The Coast Guard just gave Kristi Noem 2 private jets. While your health care will be snatched if the government opens up again, they're building a $300 million golden ballroom at the White House. I mean, my God, we sure do pay a lot of taxes, considering the national debt has increased by almost $2 trillion in 2025 alone. Look, America, you can't look me in my eye and tell me you're comfortable watching that man spend your money while you struggle to make ends meet. You see that phrase, make America great again? We all know it's used to sow division, pretending to put America first when he puts America last. But the gag is that the people are America. And if the policies do not uplift the masses, not only will we not be great, but America, as we know it, will cease to exist. I can't believe y'all brought us all the way over here on stolen land, might I add, to build this country just to give it back to a king. Look, SNAP is 1.5% of the federal budget. It costs the federal government about...
Oh, yeah. What Donnie doing to this country is terrible. Uplifting Argentina while we're falling. And MAGA is still celebrating that man. A man that's taken from your country. Can you believe that? They're celebrating him. While he's spending all of our taxpayer dollars, helping other countries. And every day we're just falling deeper into a dark hole. Some people are falling into a deep, dark depression. Not just a dark hole. No. America is sinking. And what it seems like to me, when they brought those slaves over in those ships, well, symbolically, we are in those ships and we're sinking. So blame yourself, MAGA. Okay. One moment, please. This right here is going to show that Trump is not smarter than a 5th grader. Hold on. You see what I'm talking about? A cognitive test is not an IQ test. Again, a cognitive test is not an IQ test. Duddy is dumb. Duddy is not smarter than a 5th grader. Not at all. One moment, please.
So I posted this meme of Trump and his cognitive test that he likes to brag about because, well, he's so smart in his mind, and he's smarter than Jasmine Crockett and AOC. Well, you MAGAs got in my comment section saying it was fake news and we're actually stupid for believing that he took this test because, you know, it's so simple. A 3-year-old could fucking do it. However, here's your clip of your big daddy, the greatest president of ever in your eyes, of saying how he took this test.
Have her pass like the exams that I decided to take. The first couple of questions are easy: a tiger, an elephant, a giraffe. You know.
I would love to see the final results of this, especially the clock section, because this is where you really test if they have dementia or not. And I have a feeling he does. And for anybody that wants to talk about Biden, he's no longer president. So what? Have the day you deserve. And if you're struggling financially, he did this. Okay, so I posted this meme of Trump and his cognitive test that he likes to brag about because, he's so smart in his mind. He's smarter than Jasmine Crockett and AOC. Well, you MAGA's got my comment.
It's just bad because with MAGA be in my chat going off on me like the Taliban, the brown people, they're going off on me like they do the brown people do the Taliban. Yeah. That lets me know that MAGA is not smarter than a fifth grader. They just snaggle tooth, rotten tooth, booty do people. They stomach bigger than the booty. That ain't good. Baby got back, I got back. But anyway, MAGA is not smarter than a fifth grader. No. Oh, MAGA, I pray for you. I do. I love you anyway. I find it rather effed up that the MAGA Republicans have the SNAP benefits mixed up with the Epstein files, y'all. And y'all know what I'm saying. They won't sign it at a leader because of should be number 218. And that holds your SNAP benefits. The MAGA Republicans don't want to come back to Washington because old Dumpy Pants will be completely locked in. As we know already, because they already been redacting his name out of Epstein files, he's an Epstein. He is an Epstein. Him and Epstein are one. I think they may have been more married than him and Melania. Donnie talked about the secrets with their birthday card that only Epstein and him know about. That sounds like some Brokeback Mountain to me, baby. Yeah. Some Brokeback Mountain, yeah. Oh, Danny boy, you're so nasty. And we all, been curious why was Elon there so long in the White House? Just around the riverbed? Okay. Brokeback Mountain, yeah. So I'm going to holler at just a couple of y'all for just a moment, okay? Then we're going to get to Donald Trump's niece talking about him. Hello, King Aaron Smith. Hello, King Joey Johns. Hello, King Jack Shred. Hello, King Kobe Crisis. Hello, King Yaya. What's good? What's good? What's good? Okay. Yeah. In your mind, I'm obsessed with Trump, baby. I'm not obsessed with Trump, honey. No, you obsessed with me. You in my chat. You came to my castle to look at all this natural beauty God gave me. Take it all in. Go ahead. Take it all in. All right. So hello, King Richard Johnson. How you doing? Hello, King Jason Cougar. How you doing? Hello, Dark. How you doing? Hello, Joey. How you doing? Hello, Liam. How you doing? Hello, Jason Cougar. How you doing? Hello, Med Jr. How you doing? Hello, King Allen. How are you doing? King Allen Smith. Aaron Smith. Not Allen. I apologize. Jasmine Crockett, you don't make sense when you said she can't speak English. Apparently that tells me you don't know who Jasmine Crockett is. Jasmine Crockett is a beautiful Black woman like me. And the AOC speaks very good English as well. She's a beautiful brown woman. Very beautiful. They're both beautiful. So I'm not going to give you a tongue lashing tonight because in your mind, I will be giving you head. And then I'm not going to peg you tonight. So get your wife to do it, okay? Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. Hello, Inspired by Nature. Inspired by Nature. Hello, FC. So let's see. Anybody name I did not speak to, I love you, and I gotta continue because we're gonna listen to Trump's niece Mary, named after his mother, has great choice of words for Dumpy Pants, nasty boy Trump. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So much easier to destroy things than it is to create them. To be a creative person, you need to be smart. You need to care. You need to have at least a little bit of empathy. To destroy things, well, All you really need is to be an insecure thug like Donald. He is laying waste to the east wing of the White House so that he can have somebody else build a grotesque, opulent, ugly ballroom to make himself feel better about the fact that he is a tiny man who has literally nothing to offer his fellow human beings. I mean, he comes by it honestly, actually, because my grandfather was also a destructive piece of shit. The difference, of course, is that my grandfather actually did build things. Nothing that I would call art, certainly, but things that served a certain purpose. He built a lot of residential buildings in Brooklyn and Queens in the 40s and 50s and 60s. However, when his very long string of successes started to come to an end, he got desperate. So he decided to build a development on what had been Steeplechase, which was a beloved arcade and amusement park in Brooklyn. 2 years earlier, Steeplechase had gone bankrupt, and my grandfather again wanted to tear it down and put up another one of his signature residential development complexes. However, Steeplechase was so beloved that the people of Brooklyn wanted it to get landmark status so that it could be preserved in perpetuity. My grandfather wasn't going to let that happen. So before he even had the rights to the property, he hosted a celebration. And during that celebration, he actually showed up with an axe. There's a picture here. There he is with the axe in front of a bunch of bikini-clad women. And he sold bricks so people could throw those bricks through an iconic glass window. That again, people love. So that's Donald's heritage. And of course, that is not the only destructive act he has been part of. There have been countless of them throughout his life. I just have to hope that this time around, what he's doing now crosses a line for more people, because this shit has to stop. It is so much easier to destroy things than it is to create.
She's talking about Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is considered a destroyer, the Antichrist, in my opinion. He is the devil's spawn. I'm going to read a couple comments right quick. Vernon says, you are beautiful for sure. Thank you, King Vernon. I appreciate that. You are a handsome king, okay? Trans Sister Radio, God bless you. I love you. Jadad Senior says, don't disrespect Alan. Don't do that. You will get thrown up out of here on your head. Be respectful. I love you anyway. Miss Buttermilk 74 says beauty doesn't always equal brains. I guess that means the same for you, miss. Now tuck your ping between your two cheeks back there if you want to become a woman like you think you want to be. Tuck it real tight because I can still see it sticking out. And your balls is not sitting properly in your swimsuit, okay? God bless you. I love you. AP says, Jasmine Crockett and AOC are the best, more intelligent, and always on point. Love them. I love them too, baby. Tony English says, what did your dad think of Donald? Donnie didn't exist before my dad's death. He was just somebody in New York, just a common like his father, okay? He wasn't around as somebody in the Oval Office. I will continue. Sanson Rojas says, anti-fascist all the way. Amen. 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 Doge, big mouth, small brain. That's your mama, okay? Get your what's so sad about it in your culture, y'all sleep with your cousins and have babies with your sisters. Don't come for me, baby. You won't survive. And I'm trying to walk in love. I love you. So we're going to continue. I love each and every last one of y'all, but you come for my neck, I'm going to break yours with my words. I will give you a tongue lashing you never got in your life. Not the one that's going to put you to sleep after you bust one. No, not that. I'm going to destroy you. You're going to think I'm Donald Trump because he's a destroyer, but I'm worse than him. Try me. One moment, please. So we're going to take a listen to Aaron Ponners, and what he says is the Republican division erupt in private call with Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson, just get on that grinder and release some pressure and release those Epstein files, okay? Because once you get that black eggplant, you're going to be a better man, okay? Because you know you urge for it, you get the itching for it, and then your little hole back there, it itches for that eggplant because it's real big, you know? Just had them sign an NDA, but that doesn't stop people, okay? Because they're going to tell it anyway.
We have some big news right now. Republican divisions erupted over a government shutdown in a private call with House leadership with Mike Johnson, according to latest Axios reporting. It seems like there are cracks within the Republican caucus over how to move forward with the government shutdown. Mike Johnson has refused to call the House of Representatives back into session for many weeks now. They've only worked 20 days in the past 4 months. So they aren't working that much, and now some Republicans are pissed off. One of them is Dan Crenshaw, who's questioning whether or not they should be home in their districts or whether they should be in Washington, D.C. Another one is Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's saying that we should get back to work, referring to her caucus in the House of Representatives. And so behind the scenes, there are now breaks within the Republican caucus over the shutdown strategy of Mike Johnson. And it comes as SNAP benefits are running out and they refuse to fund them in just a matter of days. Spread the word. Subscribe to my Substack link in bio to support my work. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have some big news right now. Republican divisions erupted over a government.
See, the thing is, the MAGA Republican Party, it's people in their party that's releasing things. They're leaking those things. And I'm loving it. So keep leaking things, you know, to let us know about y'all private phone call meetings. Keep doing it. Mike Johnson is a joke. He probably like to be pegged. If he like eggplant, he likes to be pegged. Yeah. He even wants you to put a glove on and put your fist in him. That's a Mike Johnson. Yeah. Okay. That's a MAGA thing. The MAGA Republican men, the mediocre white men that's in the Congress right now, they like all the dirty, nasty things. They want you to put a glove on and put your fist in them and beat it, but they're just nasty. I'm going to leave it there. Just nasty. And then y'all come in my chat. Y'all want me to peg y'all. Y'all sit there and think about me pegging you. I'm not going to give you that orgasm today. I'm going to give you some love. I love you. You need Jesus. Yeah. Trump needs to be committed into the crazy house. Hold on. Can't play music. Forgot about that. But it is a hostile government takeover. It says breaking. Trump goes off the rails with completely SHIT crazy speech to U.S. troops that shows he's demented. His brain is demented, is decaying at rapid pace. Oh, I agree with them. And it says Trump just delivered the most unhinged. I read that part. He bragged about unaliving people. He demanded a Nobel Peace Prize. Said he hates good-looking people because he's not good-looking. I can believe you know he's not attractive. Poor man. He's been ugly all his life like his mom and daddy. He says he hates good-looking people and then announced he renamed the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. I still say Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. Oh, God. ICE agents in Chicago pinned a 67-year-old man on the ground and broke his ribs in the process. Take a listen. Uh-oh. I didn't even hit mute, so how did that happen? Hold on.
This story is not getting nearly enough attention. A 67-year-old U.S. citizen was attacked by ICE agents as he was driving home. He was dragged from his car, pinned to the ground, and beaten so badly that he had 6 broken ribs and internal bleeding. All of this happened on his own street as families were outside holding a Halloween parade. Take a look at this.
This is crazy. This is a white guy. That's what I'm trying to warn you, white people. Y'all not safe either.
You're fucking suffocating.
This is the America we're living in right now, one where armed federal agents are attacking innocent U.S. citizens in their own streets. According to multiple reports coming out of his own community, this man was not armed, he was not resisting, and he wasn't wanted for any crime. He was just trying to get home, but he was slammed to the ground by agents wearing military-style gear, breaking his ribs and causing internal bleeding. What makes this even worse is the fact that there were children and families on that block watching all of this happen. Tear gas, shouting, violence, all happening in front of neighbors who were just trying to celebrate Halloween. That's not law enforcement, that is state-sponsored fear. We've seen repeated reports, countless of them, coming out every single day where ICE agents are using excessive force, targeting legal residents, and even coming after U.S. citizens. This guy is a 67-year-old marathon runner who trained months for the New York City Marathon, but now he's sitting at home having to recover from broken ribs. This story is not getting nearly enough attention.
And it needs to get more attention. It needs to be all over the news, but because Donald Trump has threatened the news, they're scared to put the truth out there. So you have to go to YouTube, Instagram, and get your news, because they're not going to give it to you because Donald Trump has them paying him money, as if they shouldn't stand up and be strong. But instead, they're afraid of the old, fat, orange, ugly man, the buffoon, Donald Trump. So no cryptocurrency for the Trump family. What am I talking about? Hold on.
Today, I'm introducing legislation to ban Donald Trump, his children, and his families from trading cryptocurrency. There is a corrupt, pay-to-play scandal of Trump selling off pardons. You had a foreign billionaire who was money laundering money to Hamas, Iran, and child abusers. He served 4 months in prison. He basically funds Trump's cryptocurrency, their stable coin and world liberty, and in turn, he gets a pardon. We need to stop this. This is so much worse than the stock trading in Congress that I have called to ban. This is millions of dollars that are basically flowing in to Trump's family from foreign entities, foreign billionaires trying to get favors. No president, no family member should be able to trade cryptocurrencies or accept money from a foreign entity. Please share this and support a ban on our politicians trading cryptocurrency. Breaking news.
What's so sad, Donald Trump, he dragged his youngest son into his crimes. Barron Trump. They all being investigated for this crypto mess. You're not a good father. You dragged your children into your crimes. You should never involve your loved ones in your mess. Crime mob, crime family. So Trump is a total embarrassment to our country, to the world. He's too old and senile.
Books about Donald Trump's decline. This man is over in Asia, in Japan right now, stumbling and bumbling, bragging about some stupid memory test. And here's the wild part. The Japanese prime minister had to she had to guide him around. Kind of like when your uncle gets a little too lit at the cookout and you don't want him to trip over the grill. Like, okay, Uncle Chester, go sit in the corner. He keeps bringing up this cognitive test. It's a dementia screening. Woo! Doctors give you that when they are worried that something is slipping. Everybody sees it, even the people around him. They just don't want to deal with what that means. But if we keep ignoring it, the cost, I mean, it's not just his, it's ours. It's workers, it's families, it's safety. 42 million people about to lose food assistance this weekend. Air traffic controllers warning there aren't enough of them to keep the skies safe. Not leadership that you're witnessing. You're watching decline dressed up as confidence. This is what decline looks like, y'all. Where are the books about Donald Trump's decline? This man is over in Asia, in Japan right now, stumbling and bumbling, bragging about some stupid memory test. And here's the wild part. The Japanese prime minister had to she had to guide him around. Kind of like when your uncle gets a little too lit at the cookout and you don't want him to trip over the grill. Like, okay, Uncle Chester, go sit in the corner. He keeps bringing up this cognitive test. It's a dementia screening.
It's so funny because he says he wants to go against Jasmine Crockett in the AOC. Done it. That's a cognitive test to try to see if you have dementia, boo-boo. That's not an IQ test. Jasmine Crockett's IQ is bigger than you and Melania Trump's both. And I stand on that. Melania can barely speak English. Bless her little immigrant soul. And the AOC is brilliant. She's in the beehive like me. She loves Beyonce too. The bees sting hard. You do not want to be stung by a bee. A pack of them? No, I don't think you want that. Whew, okay. So I'm going to show y'all something also that Lemon has to say about Trump. Total Trump government shutdown days, 28 days. Hold on.
You know, I hear the Democrats are going to be blamed and the Republicans are going to be blamed. I actually think the president would be blamed. If there is a shutdown, and it's not going to be a horrible shutdown because, as you know, things will sort of keep.
Well, it was a partial shutdown, right?
If there is a shutdown, I think it would be a tremendously negative mark on the president of the United States. He's the one that has to get people together. In my opinion, you know, I hear the Democrats are going to be blamed and the Republicans are going to.
It's amazing how Donnie has to eat his words. Yes, that's something he said in the past, but the dumpy pants got to eat his words. Let's listen to his words again. You're the problem.
You know, I hear the Democrats are going to be blamed and the Republicans are going to be blamed. I actually think the president would be blamed. If there is a shutdown, and it's not going to be a horrible shutdown because, as you know, things will sort of keep.
Well, it was a partial shutdown, right?
If there is a shutdown, I think it would be a tremendously negative mark on the president of the United States.
Well, Donnie, it's a tremendously negative mark on you. You're just a negative Betty. You're Gail. It doesn't look good, Donald Trump. It just doesn't look good on you. Nothing looks good on you. Even that orange makeup, you clown, it doesn't look good on you at all. It doesn't. Melania Trump is scared of you because Halloween coming. Oh, you're going to scare the SHIT out of a lot of people because I'm sure you're going to wear more of that orange makeup. He just getting fatter and fatter and fatter. Just dress him in a pumpkin suit and roll him around. Roll him around out there in those, at somebody's farm, out there in the field. Let him get dirty because he already a dirty, nasty boy. So we will take our government back. We will defeat the Donald Trump regime. Take a listen.
34 count convicted felon that is in this White House, and we watch him every day. He's breaking the law every day.
So where's the lawsuit?
So the Republicans in Congress are literally enabling him. When I say enabling him, they have the ability, by virtue of the power of the government that they in the majority control in Congress, to stop him and to hold him accountable. And they refuse. You've got every single Democrat on a bill right now that would hold this president accountable. But until we get to 218 people on that, and you need that's a majority, that means we just need 4 Republicans in this nation to follow suit with us Democrats. Right now on that bill that would expose all of the Epstein files that this president is running away from and claiming that he never even had a relationship, or he tore off his relationship with this guy and he didn't really like him. But we believe that there's a smoking gun in those files. And the Republicans have refused to move those files into the open to hold this president accountable and really bring justice to those victims. This president has continued to demonstrate an unwillingness to follow the law. He is a 34 count convicted felon. And then it's one thing after another after another. And we here, and I know the people in America are infuriated. We're beyond concerned. And there is a way forward here. And I talked about the way, and I believe, we will take our government back, but it's going to happen at the polls. He is a 34.
We will take our government back. And it's going to happen at the polls, baby. California, do your thing. The whole country needs to do their things in the voting box. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. That's something I'm not going to miss, is getting my vote in. Do your thing. Show that we love our country. That Donald Trump regime got to go. Don't even let him finish what he's doing to the White House. Kick him out the White House. God, take him, throw him in the ground and throw the dirt on him and let him be right there beside his ex-wife. Donald Trump is the ghetto. Look at the Oval Office, the ghetto. Look at the orange makeup, the ghetto. That body, the ghetto. He had 3 different wives and 5 or 6 children. The ghetto by three different wives. Just ghetto fabulous. And that's what you want in the Oval Office. Barack Obama, 2 kids with 1 wife. Excellent, superior. But MAGA can't understand greatness. They think a 34-count felony represents a good man. You're a joke. MAGA's a joke. Because excellence is like Barack Obama. Excellence like President Joe Biden. Barack Obama had 1 wife, 2 kids. Donnie had 3 wives, 5 kids by different women. I think 5, if I'm not mistaken. That sounds like trailer park trash to me. And ghetto. Dirty boy ghetto. Can't get no worse than Donald Trump. So, Trump, what's up? Something you're hiding. This is not a coincidence. And this is bad. Another house been set on fire. Arson.
News: the home of a Portland city councilor who is a vocal critic of Donald Trump's immigration policies has been burnt down and is being investigated as potential arson. Here's a look at the scene. Her name is Candace Avalos, and authorities are calling this fire suspicious in nature. They responded to calls of a fire around 2:40 a.m. Sunday morning and found several vehicles and a carport in flames. The cause of the fire is so far unknown. In an Instagram statement on her account, Avalos said on Sunday that she was able to escape safely. She also said arson might have been the cause of the fire. She said, "Late last night, I woke up to my car, carport, and home engulfed in flames. I was able to get out safely with my cat, Valentino." This is not the first case of possible arson involving a Portland City Council member either. A car belonging to former City Commissioner Rene Gonzalez was set on fire outside his home on January of 2024. Gonzalez later threatened to sue the city over what he described as a subpar arson investigation. More details need to be released to make sure, but given her political views and the state of the political climate right now in the United States, I would not be surprised at all if this was arson. When Donald Trump and all of his little puppets go around saying the Democrats are terrorists, it inclines people to take insane actions like this. Breaking news: the home of a Portland City
MAGA, because MAGA is sick in the mind. They will go out and set fires and try to unalive people, carry a noose around, claiming they're gonna hang Nancy Pelosi, Mike Pence, Chuck Schumer, etc., etc., etc. So they're doing the work of the wildebeest up there in the Oval Office, Donald Trump. Their mind is not good. They're the only ones going around here taking advantage of children. The ones in the church, mediocre white men, the pastors, the choir directors, all of them taking advantage of children, going and pow-powing people. What do you see? Mediocre white men. God bless America. Trump may as well have a block party. What I'm talking about? Again, Trump might as well have a block party.
We have some big news right now. A federal judge says that she will be blocking all of Donald Trump's layoffs during a government shutdown of federal workers. Previously, there was a 2-week kind of temporary restraining order. Now she plans on granting a preliminary injunction, which would block almost indefinitely the Trump administration from conducting these mass firings of federal workers. The government shutdown is now in day 28, and it's likely to continue into day 30, day 35, etc. And while the Trump administration was firing thousands of federal workers, they were blocked for a 2-week period. Now they're going to be blocked pretty much indefinitely. So this is a major win for government employees, many of whom may be furloughed but will not be fired. So they will still be part of the federal government. And that is a significant win for the federal employees, a significant loss for the Trump administration, which has sought to reduce the size of the government during the government shutdown, even though the shutdown doesn't grant them any legal authority to do so. So we'll see what happens next. As always, spread the word and follow along, stay updated on all the news that you need to know about. More to come soon. We have some big news right now.
Some good news. The judge blocked all of Trump's federal layoff indefinitely. See, Donnie, you've been losing every time in these courthouses, honey. Even if the court-appointed judges that you chose, telling you no, you big fat buffoon. No, Donnie, you're a fat boy. You're a liar. You're dangerous. Your whole party is dangerous. People's houses, boom. Now, if something happened to this judge, oh, yeah, Donnie boy. You got ties, baby. Mob ties. One moment, please. Say you're a racist without saying you're a racist. Listen carefully, please.
Out of character to give you guys some real news. Not that we needed any more evidence that Donald Trump is a spiteful, racist, petty little baby jerk. But do you guys know what he did with the rubble from the east wing of the White House? Where he dumped it on a golf course, which you might say that's surprising. He dumped a bunch of toxic rubble on a golf course. He loves golf. Why would he do that? Well, he did it at the East Potomac Golf Course, which is a national park that has a golf course as part of the National Links Trust that democratizes golf, that makes golf accessible, which is obviously something he does not believe in. Just to put it bluntly, it's a national park where children of color can learn how to play golf. And there's all kinds of programs set up there where children from all backgrounds can learn how to play golf without country club access. So obviously, Donald Trump doesn't believe in that. And he just wanted to take a big dump on a public golf course that is a national park. And it is one of the most beautiful places in DC. They have a beautiful, newly remodeled mini golf course. They have a driving range that looks over the Potomac and Reagan National Airport in full cherry blossom bloom. It is at its peak. It's a beautiful place that is accessible and open to the public and democratizes something like golf. It is usually only accessible for people in country clubs. So obviously that's the place where Trump decided to dump his trash, because this man, you couldn't pay him $1 billion to do the right thing literally ever. Coming out of character to give you guys some real news.
He dumped it where Black children have the opportunity to learn golf. It doesn't surprise me. He think all Black and brown people are low IQ, but the joke is on you, because you're not smarter than a fifth grader, Donnie, nor is your entire sick MAGA freaks. The cult are dumb. One moment, please. And everything this man says, I agree with him.
Despite the government shutdown, U.S. taxpayers' funding to Israel will continue unimpeded. Wow. Paychecks for our own government employees will be delayed. SNAP welfare food program benefits will also be delayed. Government projects will not be going through. And even paychecks to our own U.S. military, our own soldiers, that will be delayed too. But payments and benefit to blue states, country, and military, that's going to continue on, even though they're supposed to be in a ceasefire. The great noticing continues. And this just keeps on getting ridiculous. Despite the government shutdown, U.S. taxpayers' funding to Israel will continue unimpeded. Wow. Paychecks for our own government employees will be delayed. SNAP welfare food program benefits will also be delayed. Government projects will not be going through. And even paychecks to our own U.S. military, our own soldiers, that will be delayed too. But payments and benefit to blue states, country, and military, that's going to continue on, even though they're supposed to be in a ceasefire. The great noticing continues. And this just keeps on getting ridiculous. Despite the government
Definitely
shutdown,
getting ridiculous. But make sure Israel okay. Don't care about the American people. That's the tax dollars that you're sending to Israel. No, the tax dollars that you're sending to Argentina. But America don't matter. MAGA, what happened to America? Make America great. Keep walking around here with the mark of the beast on your head, saying make America great. Because Donnie don't give a F about making America great. It's about the dollar bill for those MAGA Republicans that's in that White House and in the MAGA Republican Congress. It ain't about you, boo. He don't care about you. Just a moment, please. I'm gonna play this and we're gonna get out of here. Donald Trump is planning a heist.
Donald J. Trump is planning the bigliest heist in the history of heists. Before I tell you what the big guy's up to now, a small favor. Follow America the Possible, share this video with your pals, click the link in our bio and sign up for our weekly newsletter. Okay, on October 21st, Donald J. Trump handed the Justice Department, his Justice Department, an invoice for $230 million for, get this, being unfairly impeached twice. Twice is a world record, by the way. So what are the odds he can actually pull it off? Well, hang on. It turns out that only two people have to sign off on it. One of them is his former criminal defense lawyer and current Deputy Attorney General, Todd Blanche. And guess who the other one is? Why, it's none other than Donald J. Trump himself. And where is Congress in all this? House Democrats have opened a formal investigation, And what about the Republicans? Somebody ought to tell the Republicans that while they may be able to hide under their desks for now, they can't hide from the midterms. And that day of reckoning is just around the corner. Donald J. Trump is planning the biggest heist in the history of heists.
Because, again, our tax dollars. He wants us to pay him for being impeached. It's not as if the fat clown did not do anything to be impeached. He should be impeached right now, honestly. He wants $230 million from us after he has already taken our money and given up billions to Israel, billions, 40 billion to Argentina. Now he want to take again from the American people while he take food from your table and take away your health care. Marinate on that tonight, please. I'll be back tomorrow. I love you guys. I love each and every last one of you, and God loves you. Get you a good night's rest. Be prepared for tomorrow because we got homework to do. I love you all. Good night. Bye.